Hey guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whetlor, and today we've got a great episode for you where me and Timmy went to Ludlow Food Festival. We parked up at the Park and Ride, caught a bus and we went into town, we did a walk around, spoke to so many wonderful people, and I can't wait to share this with you. Coming to you a week late though. The Shrewsbury Biscuit over the years has done a very good job of never missing a Monday and keeping things ticking over nicely. I missed last Monday because I had family commitments and along with work commitments too. Some of you may have seen on my personal Facebook, that it's been a bit of a struggle, switching from one job to the other and trying to make it all work. But I have a solution, and it is that we're going to take a month break. We've got 3 more episodes to release, 3.5. We've got 3 episodes and a little bite crumb. Remember the crumbs we used to do? That's quite cool. So we've got this episode, which is wonderful. We have Shropshire Music Awards, and we have the amazing, talented Amir Wilson. We also have a bit that we did at the Flax Mill. Once those are released, then I'm going to take a month away. We have a brand new website. We have new logos. We have a fresh new look. I'm going to jazz up the intro music. We're going to change the way we do things, maybe even bring in a couple of people. It is just a way of making the show sustainable, putting something together, some sort of routine where we can literally have a specific day for recording, or maybe even a specific place. That'd be quite cool. Specific time for recording, editing, then releasing. Once all that's in place, then we can crack on and we can keep doing the amazing work that we do here at the Shrewsbury Biscuit. So 3.5 episodes, then a month break. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Right, I'm going to leave you with this great episode. Ludlow Food Festival. Thank you so much to everybody that spoke to me. Thanks to Jess, Jessica and Louise, everybody that helped me on that day. To all the amazing people that spoke, and of course to Timmy, who was absolutely fantastic during the day. It was really sweet, actually, really bonding, good day bonding. It was really good. Anyway, I'll leave you with this. This is the Ludlow Food Festival. Let's go. So we've just come into Ludlow Food Festival. The sun is beaming. There's hundreds of people around, and there's a very good vibe here. And I'm with one of the organisers today. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello. My name's Louise Welsby, and I run Buy From. We're a creative agency, and we've worked with the festival for 7 years now, doing all of their PR and marketing. So, yeah, it's really exciting. So the festival is very, very important to us.
So you've been part of this festival for a long time?
A long time, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and how does it vary from year to year? I mean, because it's every year, I guess, offers a different vibe, doesn't it? Yeah,
absolutely. And we think we worked really hard in kind of 2017, 2018 to start to make sure we were bringing the right kind of audience through the door. So, everybody who comes here has a real interest in food and drink, is willing to spend money. So that's why the exhibitors really love it, because it's the right demographic. People are really passionate about supporting local producers, which is ultimately why this festival exists in the first place.
Yeah.
And so, that demographic shifted it into one space. Then we brought the fire stage in, and you'll see when you go into the Inner Bailey, it's a real kind of immersive experience now, and about cooking on fire, and started to kind of change things up that way. COVID was obviously really challenging.
Yeah,
but the first year post-COVID was really good. People really wanted to be back, and obviously we're weather dependent. Last year was a challenge because the Queen died on festival weekend.
Yes, I remember that actually.
Do you remember that? Yeah. And so that changed the whole atmosphere of the weekend as well. Whereas now we've got an incredible buzz. We've had the busiest Friday we've had for years yesterday, and people are just here to have a great time in the sunshine.
Yeah, and it really does feel like a great atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
And Ludlow as a town to do this in, I mean, it seems like such a compact little town of joy, you know? It sounds really great.
That is a brilliant way to describe it, a compact little town of joy. Yeah, it's amazing to have this like beautiful market town full of independent shops with a great foodie reputation, and then for them to have this beautiful medieval castle, you know, right in the centre of it, and then for this, like, all these people to come in as a celebration. I think it's just a wonderful thing, and we really want that to be championed by the town as well, and for the people who come to visit us here to really make sure they go and explore Ludlow and visit the shops and restaurants and cafes in the town as well while they're here.
This is going to be a really difficult question, and I'm really sorry for this.
That's okay.
But what's your favourite part of the festival? Can you choose one?
Oh, it's definitely the exhibitors. Yeah, it's just hanging out with the exhibitors, really. There's just a great group of people, like, who are absolutely passionate about what they do, and it just makes you realise that in this really rural part of the world, it's full of entrepreneurs who are making lives for themselves so they can have the lives that they want, and that is, like, food and drink is really at the heart of that. And so I think we've just built some really amazing relationships with the exhibitors, and just seeing people queuing up to buy their products that's what it's for. That's what it's about, really.
And do you know what? The vibe I'm getting right now is this is probably the third time I've ever come to Ludlow, but I've walked in here and I've seen 4 or 5 people I know already.
Yeah.
It made me realise that Shropshire isn't that big after all.
No,
there's lots of familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, it's really important, isn't it, that that we get into the habit of, having micro mini holidays and days out where we just go and really explore this amazing county that
get out in your own county and enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Right, Timmy has got a question for you. Timmy, come here. You're meant to be my co-host today. He's there chilling on a sun lounger. Yeah. I think you've got a question you're asking everyone today, aren't you? Yeah? So what's your question?
What was your favourite food growing up?
What was my favourite food growing up? Oh, right, so...
I think we could probably choose a meal and a dessert, maybe. I don't know. Okay,
it's a really good question. This is a bit random, but my favourite is a mature cheddar cheese sandwich on fresh, like, brown or granary bread with salad and one of What Pickles tomato and chilli chutney. That is amazing, and I'll take that on my desert island.
It's like your own custom ploughman.
Oh my God, it's so good. I'm a woman of simple pleasures, but it would be I'd just eat that basically all day.
Oh, brilliant, fantastic. Well, it's nice speaking to you today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We're going to go find some other people to speak to, aren't we? So
yeah, fantastic.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi, Alex.
I've been hearing all about you guys at Netherton Foundry.
Oh, that's wonderful. Who's been talking about us?
I don't know if we've shared that. There's but apparently you guys are so well known that you've been around for a while, right?
Well, we're a bit of a local legend, and in fact, really, our pan story started here, because in fact, a gentleman called Phil Mel, who was involved in the Ludlow Food Festival for many, many years, who sadly passed away recently, but he introduced us to the festival more than 10 years ago, and he said to us, "You've got to come." And in fact, we came, we only had 2 or 3 pans at the time, and we showed here, and it was so successful, but we've been back ever since.
Looking at your stuff, there's a real rustic look to them, a real good old-fashioned look to the stuff that you do. So are you using old-fashioned methods to make...
Very, very old-fashioned methods. We're sort of making an 1890s frying pan here.
Yeah.
And in fact, most of our machinery was made in the 1920s.
Wow.
So we're using very traditional methods. What we're looking for is a very long-lasting, durable pan, not the sort of thing that you're going to throw away after 18 months.
Yeah.
We want you to have it for 10 years.
Oh, wow. And how the process? Is it a slow process, a fast process? How quickly can you knock out these pans?
Oh, a pan will probably take from start to finish about 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
Now, we're not making it all the time, but it goes through lots of little stages. And we start off by spinning the body on an old-fashioned lathe by hand, spinning it around wooden blocks, all hand-formed. And then we go through the stages of putting the finishes on. We bake on organic flax oil, so we don't use any of these kind of modern chemical finishes. It's using a traditional organic flax oil. And then finally we finish the pan by putting oak handles on it.
Wow. And how long have you been doing this for?
How long? Oh, well, I've been making pans for more than 40 years, but the Netherton Foundry ones are about 25 years old now.
Wow. So at this stage, it's kind of like jazz to you. Like, you can just get yourself through it. You don't even need to think, like riding a bike.
No,
like an instinct.
No. One of the most exciting things about that for us is we get lots of often famous name chefs who come and ask us for something special.
Ah, okay.
All right, and they come along and they say, can you make me this? Can you make me that? In fact, a few minutes ago, we had one of Shropshire's stars, Stuart Collins, who's got an amazing restaurant up in the north of the county. And Stuart came to us and said, I want a copper prospector pan. And he described what he wanted, and we said, well, that would be fun to make. And he said, why don't you come and make it? So he actually came and joined us, and we made it. A few months ago, we made the pan with him.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I can imagine Adam Pennell turn up and be like, I want to chuck it in fire. I want to burn it in fire.
Adam's got a few bits of our kit, and in fact, we go to him, and when we want advice on how to cook on fire, we go to Adam. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He's a go-to man when they talk about putting things on fire.
Yeah. Absolutely. And being a part of this festival, like you said, it's a great place to meet, network, and to, there's great...
We have lots of old friends who keep coming back here. They come back and see us every year. And they're collectors, and they sort of say, what size have you got next? What can I do next with it? Have you got any ideas? And so it's great to see people coming back year after year.
Oh, it's wonderful. And if somebody wanted to buy a pan off you guys, can they buy it online? Do they have to come to the store? How does that work?
We've got 100 stockists all over the country. I mean, including some locally. I mean, we've got a stockist called Broad Bean, which is a deli in the middle of town in Ludlow here.
Wow, wonderful.
You can buy it in Shrewsbury, you can buy it all over.
Where can you get it in Shrewsbury? I mean, with the Shrewsbury Biscuit, where can you get it from in Shrewsbury?
Sue?
Cooking Needs and Welcome.
Cooking Needs, I know the shop very well.
Right at the top, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Shrewsbury's independent cook shop.
Amazing.
Yes, and the lady there?
Is Jill.
And Jill will, if she doesn't have the pan in stock, she'll get in touch and find us. But you can always find us online. Okay, we've just look for Netherton Foundry and you'll find us, and you can see about 140 different pans, all made by hand.
Wonderful. Timmy, you got a question for these guys? Come on, kids. Look at him. He's half asleep. This is my little co-host, Timmy, today.
Hi, Timmy.
He's stuck on the chair. Well, you've got a question for everybody today, and we'll...
And what's the question of the day, then?
What was your favourite food growing up?
What was my favourite food growing up? Oh,
nostalgia.
That's a really hard one. Probably, I really like Chinese food. And I'm so old that when I was your age, Chinese food was very hard to get hold of. So it's very special. So I like anything with noodles.
Noodles? What about yourself?
Oh, growing up, bread and butter pudding.
Bread and butter pudding. Now that's
a more traditional answer.
Very traditional. Go on. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and make new friends.
Great. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Cheerio now.
Cheers. Right, so we're just walking through the festival now. I'm going to describe it to you. We are literally inside the castle grounds. We're not inside the inner bailey yet. Lots of local producers. I was saying to Lou just that I can see Guatkin cider. I can see there's people over there that I've met before. There's a guy that walked past me and said hello just, and I recognised his face but didn't know who he was. Like, Shropshire is a great place where, lots of people collaborate and come to these events, and I guess it's popular to do that, but it's nice to see familiar faces. But the sun's out, people are enjoying themselves, lots of sunglasses, people drinking beer. It's really early but nobody cares. So we're going to go and find Jess, one of the organisers now, to find out what it's like to plan something like this. That's the most important thing. So,
Emily,
I've just been mentioning about how I've come here from one side of Shropshire to the other. Yet I'm seeing lots of familiar faces. And one of the most familiar faces is these guys from Wenlock Spring. Hello.
Yeah, hi. We're kind of veterans in a way of the festival, really. We've been doing the Ludlow Festival now I've certainly been doing it for the last 20, maybe 15 years. So we're kind of one of the originals in that way, and we absolutely love it. It's the highlight of the year for us.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event. I was just talking to Lou, actually, who's helping me out today. She's one of the organisers here, and I was saying, like, I remember coming to speak to you in Shrewsbury.
That's right, yeah, I do remember.
And being, like, very ignorantly sort of surprised at how good of a conversation we had about water.
Yes.
Because we did have a great...
we're water experts, you see, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting topic, especially... I think I just watched... what's his name from High School Musical?
No, I don't know High School Musical, but...
Timmy, what's the guy from Greatest Showman? Not Hugh Jackman, the other guy. I watched a documentary about water.
Okay,
about the clarity of water and how clean you can actually make the water and how refreshing it can be.
Well, ours is purely straight out of the aquifer, which is underneath the site at Wenlock. It's filtered down through the strata of the Wenlock edge, and we basically bring it straight up out of the ground, pump it out of the ground. We have a number of boreholes that we kind of rotate throughout. The land around the farm is all owned by the business, and we actually don't use any pesticides or anything on the arable land around, and in fact we grow miscanthus that we use to power the factory. So we're trying to be as sustainable as is humanly possible and keep everything in-house if we can. But as regards the water, it comes straight out of the aquifer. We UV filter it, but that's not a filter. We pass a kind of UV light through it just to make sure that everything that could possibly be there, but it is as pure as could be.
I'm just drinking some now. It's very good water. It's a hot day for it. You're going to be very popular today.
Yeah, yesterday was a really good day. We had a really busy day yesterday, and I guess with the weather like this, it could go one way or the other. People will either decide not to come out, or if they do, we're ready. We're ready for you.
And how far does your water reach across the county or across the country?
Nationwide and around the world as well. We supply, throughout Middle East, Australia.
Wow.
We're under contract for a lot of people, but yes, we do a lot. But UK-wide, we're in a lot of kind of premium hotels with the glass bottles.
Nice.
And what we are doing at the moment is actually launching this weekend a recycled glass bottle initiative that is pretty much, for example, if you're a restaurant, you would keep the bottles in a crate. We collect the crates and then we cleanse them with a third-party partner and then refill them. So the essence being that we can not buy new bottles and therefore
keep it sustainable as well.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for chatting to me today.
Yeah, no worries.
It's nice
Brilliant.
to see you again, and I hope you have
too.
a great day.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. That's the word of the weekend. All right, many thanks.
Thank you very much. I think what I'm going to do is thank you.
This is Jess.
Hello.
She's the boss.
I've met you before.
Yes.
I'm still recording, by the way. I'm just going to hand you the microphone.
Okay.
This is how we do things at the Biscuit. Just keep going.
No problem.
So, how are you, Jess?
I'm okay, thank you. It's
Yeah?
a bit warm, but we can't complain about the weather.
I've just met Jessica. Now I'm
Yes.
meeting Jess.
Yes.
How confusing is that?
I know. Everyone confuses us, but it's fine.
How is it working in this heat? There must be a lot of pressure on you because there's lots going on.
It's okay, yeah. We've got lots of water in place for everybody, so we're on it. Yeah, lots of measures in place to make sure everybody's kept safe and enjoys their day.
How many people are you expecting today?
I'm not sure, really. I think it could be near maybe 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, yesterday we hit a high of about 2,500, 3,000. So, so we had a really busy Friday. It's not normally that busy on a Friday, so we're really grateful that everyone came along.
Has it been plain sailing so far?
Yes,
Even
yeah,
this
it's
heat?
been good. Yeah, I think everyone's enjoying themselves. Everyone's keeping safe, so yeah, it's good.
What are the biggest challenges for you guys organising this? Are there certain things that you kind of, oh my God, I've got to deal with that now? Or
That's a good question, actually.
yeah.
We're a new team actually this year, so I've only been doing this job since March, so we're still learning on the way. But it's been going okay. We're actually in the castle. We can't put pegs in certain areas of the ground, so we have to, because obviously it's a historic castle, so that's one of the challenges. But yeah, it's not been plain sailing, but it's been good. Yeah.
Good experience for you then. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
we're in
really
the way
good.
of the
Yeah.
water moving around.
Water movement.
Very, very important today.
I was going to say that's an example.
And we're using the word important, I think, a great motivator of, what is the most important things of organising something like this? What are the golden rules?
I think just making sure everybody's happy. That's what I like to do. My saying is, if you're happy, I'm happy. So just keeping everybody on site happy. And the exhibit as well, we kind of do it for to give them a platform. So as long as they're happy, we're all happy. And then obviously if the visitors are happy, then everyone's happy. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And what I've asked this to Lou, I'm going to ask this to all you organizers.
That's okay.
What's your favourite part of the festival? Can you choose? Are you allowed to choose? Are you going to annoy someone if you see that?
Honestly, it's the pint at the end of the day.
I love it.
When you know it's been a good day. So yeah,
just opening this for the little man.
Get the liquid for the child.
Yeah. So and Timmy, you've got a question you're asking everyone today, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to ask Jess your question?
What was your favourite food growing up?
Or pasta. I'm a pasta gal through and through.
Pasta?
Yeah, if you ask anybody and say what's Jess's favourite food, it's pasta.
So are we talking lasagna, spaghetti, carbonara?
Any pasta. My favourite's tuna pasta bake. Or mac and cheese. Had mac and cheese yesterday from Macman and it was delicious.
Proper mac and cheese then.
Yes.
None of that stuff out the tin. You got
No. No, the delicious
just
kind.
like my mama used to make. Well, Jess, thank you for chatting to me today.
No,
Hope it goes really well, and thank you for inviting us along today.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. So we're walking through the gate now into the inner bailey. It looks beautiful. I've never been to Ludlow Castle before. I think this is a great event to come and witness this place for the first time. So I'm Alex, I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Kevin Fryer from Caradoc Charcoal of Lee Botwood, Church Stretton, Shropshire. Family business, making charcoal in a way that probably 90% of charcoal that comes into the UK is all imported, but we're probably that 1% trying to get British charcoal out into the market. We're pushing forward, we're getting there, but it's educating people that don't understand charcoal.
I've worked with some great people over the years that are great ambassadors for locally produced things like charcoal. Like Adam Pennell is one of them.
He's a big advocate for anything British, local, and he's I would probably say he's a very up and coming big fire chef now.
I love him. I think he's fantastic. And of course you've got Risdon and Risdon behind you there as well. Locally sourced, very famous things. And your charcoal is sponsoring the whole event today, right? It's everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere. We sell. People in Sweden buy it now.
Really?
And we send parcels to France, Ireland, Scotland.
And how long has it been going for?
We started about 8 years ago, but really it was like a big learning curve because we've always been in the timber business, but to get the product out into the market, we're like fighting the big importers but we found our way around that now. It's like you emphasis on trying to educate the restaurants that buy from us. We've got restaurants in London that buy it, and then once they've used it, that's it. They don't go back.
What? I mean, I don't mean this in a poke you with a stick kind of way, but what makes your charcoal stand out to the rest? I mean, what?
Right, I can guarantee you, and I can tell you where the timber has come from on all the timber that's used for making charcoal. I can tell you exactly what part of on a field, anywhere it's came from.
Really?
The traceability. We got woodland management plans on all the timber that's felled. A lot of it's wind blow, so it's got to be cleaned up. We've got felling licences that are issued by the Forestry Commission that under the scheme of basically, and it's a sustainable source. So it's growing.
So you're growing things as you're bringing it down. So
it's an ongoing thing. Like man has always burnt wood and always made the charcoals thousands of years old.
Yeah.
But we've just took it to a next level, shall we say? But people think I'm absolutely nutcase, but I enjoy it as well.
So what goes? I mean, this is going to sound like a really stupid question, but you probably get it all the time. Yeah. How do you actually make charcoal?
Charcoal is made from heat, right? You've got to warm the product. That's the timber, i.e., whatever timber you put in there, and that process is called pyrolysis.
Pyrolysis,
yeah. And basically, when we make a fire, we're warming 2 big cylinders that are full of timber, and the heat that is generated from the fire will basically set the timber inside there to a temperature of like 516 Celsius. But before that stage gets to that stage, we've got to get all the things like the tar out, all the hydrocarbons out of the wood to make it pure carbon. And that is done through a 9-hour process through the burn. And we're doing 2 ton of charcoal a day. So, and that's what I make every day, 5 days a week. And winter, summer, we can't make it quick enough because...
So winner.
Well, it's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of
experience as well. Experience is very important in something like that.
Pardon?
Experience.
Yeah,
you've got this experience. Where did that come from? You've got that.
But the thing is, the experience I learnt from a chap, and he's long gone dead, but he was doing it old school way in a ring kiln that basically it's like that's too old, and I thought of another way of doing it, and we built these retorts that basically we don't get any emissions from the charcoal being made, like the steam and the gas. We burn all that back again, and each retort's probably 17 ton in steel, so we've got 3 of them, so
keeping it going, man.
Keep the work going and keeping these restaurants and
this is great. And the fact that you're here today in Ludlow, surrounded by there's a fire stage there. There's lots of people cooking. This is great. This is what the best thing about events like this is meeting people like yourself, networking and getting around. So if people wanted to buy some charcoal from you or learn about what you do, how do they find you?
They're always welcome to come to us at Caradoc at Libotwood to meet me and have a chat round, and you can buy online go on the website caradocharcoal.com.co.uk, or just give us a ring, but we've got a little shop as well on site, so with a card machine, it's all honesty, so we have people driving electric cars. This is what makes me tickle. They get in the electric car from 200 mile away, they come and collect it, they charge the car at my house, and then they drive back home. But people they like to see a face. They like to see me and the process, and they like fire. And
who doesn't like fire?
But we're doing it for thousands of years.
I like fire.
You like fire, don't you? Remember when we went to Barmouth and we sat staring at the fire pit? Yeah, it was good.
Yep. And also, I've got a question.
Oh. Yep.
What was your favourite food growing up?
My favourite food
growing up.
My favourite food growing up was actually, I used to like cauliflower, anything with potato on the chop with meat underneath, like old school food, like Nan used to bring you up on. That's me all over.
We're going nostalgia with food today, and that's a question for everybody. Yeah.
And I do like doing this, what we're doing today, cooking peaches in a fire.
I didn't even see that. That's
fantastic. You come and taste one.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna do this like live on the mic.
Yeah. You just you eat that. Tell me if it tastes of.
Gonna do it one-handed. Right, there we go. That's really good. I love how it sort of melts in your mouth.
Yeah. You don't need to cook meat, you see. There is meat aspect of barbecuing, but you can cook lots of fruit, bananas, pineapple, peaches, apples, oranges.
No point in asking him if he's going to try it, he won't.
No, you won't. Give it to your son now, will you?
No. You're going to try this, Timmy. It's peach that's been cooked on a barbecue.
No, he wants a McDonald's.
Yeah. He's asking people what their favourite food is, and he's his chicken nuggets.
Yeah, there you go, McDonald's.
Yeah. You changed your mind now, have you?
Yeah.
What is it? Pasta.
There you go.
Can't chuck that on a barbecue. Well, but I guess you could. This is really good. Thank you.
I'm no cook.
Just chuck some peaches on a barbecue.
Exactly. You don't need to be a Gordon Ramsay. Well, do you?
No. Marcus Bean who? And Marcus Bean's a good friend of mine, so he listens to this, he'll be like, oi, Whiteley.
But he's on the telly though, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I'm interested in how
I'm not pretty enough for the telly.
How many F-ups you make up on live TV, that's what I'm interested in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many times do you screw up so badly it's really embarrassing, you know what I
mean? Well, I get invited to loads and loads of barbecues, and sometimes I think it's all the same.
Lots of pressure on you.
Oh, yeah.
You're like the barbecue king, aren't you?
No, I can't cook.
No.
But the thing is...
Makes great charcoal, can't cook.
No, I've cooked. Last year, me and Adam, we cooked a whole bullock, 380 kilos.
Was that that big wire thing?
Yeah, we cooked that. It was 18 hours. We left a lackey in charge through the night, chucking the wood on there. So me and Adam went to bed, and I went to bed. Come back the next day, and this lad was there, like snoring his head off, because it was 18-hour cook.
Wow, that's how long it takes to cook a whole cow.
It was all 330 kilos of beef.
Cooked a cow in one go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great chatting to you today.
And you.
And I wish you the best of luck. I mean, this is fantastic to meet you and see what you do.
Well, it's not all my daughter. She's
Hello, daughter.
She does all the admin, and she's the
social media stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I look at social media and frightens me.
I love it. Well, thank you for chatting to me today.
Good lad.
Thank you. Right, so now we're going to have a look in the children's cookery. Marcus Bean is on behind me. So once he's finished his set, we'll grab Marcus and we'll have a chat with him, see how important this festival is for, I mean, he's monolithic as far as chefs go. He's on TV. He's here. You've heard him on the show before. So let's see how important that is.
I haven't.
He's been around our house.
Has he?
Yeah, you've met Marcus before. Let's see what I'm working with here. Can't get the co-host these days. So anyway, we'll swap. You give me that water bottle. You have this microphone. There you go. It's on. It's live. So, what are your thoughts about this so far? This food festival?
Quite good, actually.
Yeah.
And also, when I said I've got a question for you, you were like, what?
What? Yeah, because I like that you're engaging like that. Look, what's this over here? Describe to the listeners what we've got in the corner here.
It's like a red dragon or something.
In the corner there's a red dragon, and there's like a well over there. We're going to have a look at that as well. It's nice to have an event like this in such a great venue. So we've got
in Ludlow.
In Ludlow as well. I didn't mean that as in, it's in Ludlow as well. I mean the fact that we've come somewhere new today. This is cool, isn't it? Do not climb on the dragon. Well, that goes without saying. You're not supposed to climb on dragons, are you?
Well, it doesn't say do not put bottles on dragon.
Wow, that's littering though, isn't it? Right, so we've got a well over here we're going to go look at. This is great. So we're doing a bit of sightseeing. There's children's cookery over here now. We're going to go and take a look at. I'm interested in what this well is here. Has it got water in it? Wow. I wouldn't lean on there.
Nope, not got water in it.
Oh, well. See what I did there?
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes, yeah. Right, so there's a tent here for children's cookery. Let's see if we can get an interview with these people that are doing the children's cookery, see if they're from a certain place. Let's just put that in here.
There's a little turtle stall there.
There's a turtle. Hello? Hello? You right? I've got a live microphone. Can I come and say hello to you? I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Yes, of course you can.
Come on. Let's go in. Nice and cool in here. So, Timmy, do you want to give this lady a mic? I've got a microphone for you, if you don't mind.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for letting us come to your cool little spot of this sun-beaten event today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Sam Harmon from Outside the Box, and we're here doing the children's cookery sessions.
Amazing. What is Outside the Box?
Outside the Box is an organisation that delivers training and cookery sessions and birthday parties to children and young people. So.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. And is that across the county then, or is it local to Ludlow?
Well, no, very local. Local to Ludlow and the surrounding areas, yeah.
They say you should never work with animals, children, food, and that sort of things. You've got food and animals, food and children, so I say, in one category there. How much patience do you have to be able to do this?
I love it. I love working with children. They are so funny, and they come out with some real corkers when they're working with us. And I also love food, and I think we need to be teaching our children to eat properly and eat healthily and try different things, and that's really important. And they love it, and they taste it. And once they've made something, we've just done waffles this morning, and everybody's gone away happy.
Who doesn't love a good waffle though? You like waffles, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we're going to get into this early because I feel like it's really important. It's really good for the conversation. But you're asking people questions today, aren't you, Timmy? So do you want to ask your question now?
What was your favourite food growing up?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question, Timmy. What was my favourite food growing up? Well, I think, and it's still one of my favourites, it's got to be spaghetti bolognese. Homemade.
That's my favourite too.
Yeah, with all of the ingredients. And actually, Maisie enjoys making
I'm getting a wink over there as well, though. I think spaghetti bolognese is very popular. What about yourself?
Yeah, my favourite's spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese, there we go. Very popular. Yours is?
Pasta.
You said pasta, but he's also said chicken nuggets. You know, we're talking about how getting kids to try different foods and to learn to cook as well, and
Yeah.
to look after themselves. It's
That's right. It's a really good life skill.
That's why I like bacon.
You like bacon? I like bacon in a BLT.
Do you know what BLT is? I have a guess.
B for bacon.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
That's
Hey.
it. Yay, well done. High five.
10 points for you. 10 points for you. How's things going today at Ludlow Festival?
Yeah, really good. We had the school children yesterday, so we had 120 school children through making pasta pots, and today we've had 12 children cooking waffles this morning, and we've got the bookings coming in. They're flying through the door, so
Amazing.
good.
Brilliant. So how can people find out more about you guys, maybe book you for services and stuff?
Well, at the moment we are in a hiatus, so we're not actually doing any more bookings because we're quite busy, but you can contact us through the Ludlow Marches and the Food Festival.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you have a really good festival.
Thank you. Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you. Right, okay, so we're supposed to be doing interviews with like chefs and stuff today. You've got to be very careful coming down here. But for some reason, Timmy's dragging me down one of the keeps in Ludlow Castle. So we're going down some steps now. And
It looks like a cellar.
it looks like a cellar, yeah. And there's like 3 holes in the wall. Do you reckon this will be a kitchen or something that they would use to cook? Oh, actually, this thing that looks like a cellar, I'm pretty sure, if I look up here... Oh, it's not got an open thing. Oh, okay. Oh, is it an old tunnel? Oh, look at this. We're inside an old tunnel. Look at this. Well, there's like things on the side here for a gate. So maybe it was part of the dungeon. That's cool, isn't it?
That was a short tunnel.
That was a very short tunnel. I think it was meant to hold things. Actually, if you look,
Yeah, this looks like a dungeon.
I think there's 2 floors here, and this is there's a staircase maybe. Because look, it winds round. Anyway, it's nice and cool in here, but we've got a job to do, haven't we?
Yeah.
What's our job today?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
I got my hat. Unspeakable.
Right, we are still recording, so be careful, because if you fall while we're recording, it will be so hilarious. Right, let's keep
No,
walking.
it won't.
Let's do a biscuit run. Do you know what a biscuit run is?
No.
Okay, so a biscuit run is when I can't believe it. We have had so many co-hosts and people come through the biscuit, and now I'm doing this with my son. That's great. We just find people to speak to, so we'll interview people that are walking by. But the problem is, it's so hot. People might not have a lot of patience to speak to us. There we go. Right, so still walking. Don't want to disturb Marcus Bean's. I've got an idea. Let's go speak to Risdon and Risdon. They do a great job. Should we go say hello to these guys here with the aprons? Go say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Going this way, are we? Hello. I think we've probably met before, but I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Alex, nice to meet you. I'm Alex from Risdon and Risdon. Alex Risdon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I think it's James I've got you mixed up with.
Potentially, yeah, my brother.
You look quite alike.
People do say.
Risdon and Risdon here at a food festival, so shock horror. You guys are everywhere there's food, right?
Yeah, we are always here. We supply the aprons for the chefs every year. You can always find us here. It's our hangout spot.
Yeah.
Greeting the public, seeing everybody coming out of our workshop for once in a while. It's good to get out and enjoy the sun.
Absolutely. Speaking of the workshop, how much work goes into making one of these aprons? Because your aprons are super famous. They're like very iconic in the way they look.
Yeah, they do. They go far and wide, and we do take our time on them. We hand make them all in our in Shrewsbury. We bring together the best materials that we can and take a lot of care making them. Bring in high quality canvases with the most beautiful leather, Italian leathers, American nubucks, and put them all together with English hardware, English design, family business. It all comes together to create something that people seem to love, and they come back to us when they make the purchase and they get one for themselves. They seem to be a fan for life, and we offer free repairs for life, so we stick with them and sort of become friends.
It's good, and you know what, this is we don't know if you follow the biscuit, but we speak to local chefs. So Marcus over there's been around my house. We've got Adam Pennell. We speak to loads of people that make things. And you're one of the people that come up whenever they talk about the apron. In fact, I remember, I think, what was it? I was watching The Bear. Have you seen The Bear on BBC Plus? Disney
no,
Plus?
I haven't seen that.
Very good show about a chef. And I was looking at the aprons there, and it got me thinking, I wonder how much an apron is from Risdon and Risdon. And I remember putting in your name and there was loads of different companies that kind of copied your designs.
Yes, you do.
And they're charging more than you.
Yeah, so you see that. It's
Does that annoy you?
Well, I think it doesn't really bother me because, as I say, like when people find us and they know us, then we have a relationship with them and they understand that we put in the amount of care that they put into their work. So, like dealing with the chefs here, it's always great because we talk to them very often and have conversations with them, and they get back to us, and we're always talking to them about aprons and with the food. We'll do the occasional cook with them as well. I've cooked with Marcus Bean and Adam Pennell's always in the workshop talking to us about what's next, and we're working on knife rolls and leather aprons with those guys in the future. So we've got our core fan base that are very authentic, and they recognise the authenticity of our stuff. So when we get copycats and things like this, they're always manufactured elsewhere, and if people want to come and buy British, then they do buy British, and we appreciate that, and they understand. So we work together with our customers, really.
Just sort of my son while I'm talking to you. Parenting logistics. And how far and wide does Risdon and Risdon go? How far, do you sell?
Well, that's the thing. At the moment, we're quite busy with the international markets in Saudi Arabia and America, and big hotels. They really come to us and they stick with us, and we'll do a whole batch of uniforms for them. And the next thing they're asking for other things. So what we serve in terms of the quality of our craftsmanship, it speaks for itself, and they come and they ask us to sort of kit out their restaurants and things like this, or their chocolate shops and this. So we do a wide range of almost interior design things as well. So it's not just the aprons. The aprons are almost a standard for our quality. And because we're a workshop and we hand make everything, we end up making a great deal of different leather things too. So
you make overalls and stuff as well, do you? Like
not overalls, not chefs. At the moment. So we just do the aprons for chefs at the moment, and we do half aprons. But we've got knife rolls on the website, and we do leather knife rolls as well. But we're moving into apparel at the moment, and doing belts, and on the way there's some very nice card holders, wallets that if you keep an eye on the website and sign up for our subscription, you'll hear about them first.
You know what you need? You need your own Michael Jordan. That's what you need.
Yeah, we do need somebody to. Well, we've got like Piers Brosnan. He wears one of our street aprons for his painting, and he looks fabulous in it. Yeah, he's been having that for a few years.
Piers, if you're watching the show, listen to the show.
Yeah, for sure. we spoke to him on Instagram, and he said thank you for the lovely apron and the craft. And yeah, it's when people touch our stuff, they wear it and they use it. They know, and they come back. We get repeat customs when people gift an apron for Christmas or choose to buy one themselves. The conversation goes on.
They're hooked then.
They are hooked.
They're hooked. I love that.
It's really good. It's really nice to get the feedback and have the appreciation, because we put a lot of effort and a lot of care into it.
Would you let us? Where's the workshop?
The workshop is in Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
So we're just on Hills Lane.
Oh.
And we've been there. We've been going for 7 years. We've been moving around in Shrewsbury, but we've been at this workshop for about 4 years now, expanding, and about 9 employees.
Would you let us come round with some cameras and microphones and watch you do what you do?
Yeah, certainly. That would be amazing.
I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ah, cool.
It'd be good to show?
Whenever, so like I've been doing like festivals with Beth Heath and all the years. So we've been doing food festivals, and like I said, you always tend to be there. But whenever I've come to interview, you guys have always had a crowd around you. So I've never had the opportunity to actually sit and talk to you. I spoke to James, but that was about art and music.
Yeah, James. He likes his music. Yeah, that keeps him busy. He's videographing about the place.
I think he's been twice on the Biscuit, I think, and it's all to do with Sam Pooley's Stride. Whenever she's there, he's there. It's quite cool.
Yes.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for chatting to me today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Proper icebreaker for Risdon and Risdon. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm James Whetlor. I'm here cooking today on the fire stage at Ludlow.
We are in searing sunshine, stood next to a searing fire pit with searing.
Yeah, it is really hot.
Yeah, I'm going to give you your microphone. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Timmy had that. So what are you doing today then? You're making some pork?
Yes, so this is all bone and rolled pork shoulder. And we've got, how many's there? Probably 12, 13. It's for a dinner. There's 82 people eating in the castle tonight. So we're going to do this. It's up over the Kadaya bowl. We've just got the Kadaya bowl nice and hot to start with, and then we'll just feed the fire really gently and let it cook for 6 hours. I mean, I've been cooking professionally quite a while, and I know that when you're cooking for this many people, having a bit of time in your back pocket is a really good idea. So we'll get these ready hopefully about an hour before everybody's ready to come in, and then we can wrap them up, leave them to rest, and then we can deal with all the other things.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I look at this and I look at the setting we're in, and I imagine this would fit right back into this
totally
castle.
Medieval, right?
Yeah.
All you need is a head with an apple in it.
That's it.
It's the only thing that we're missing. Yeah, I think that's a really, with the backdrop of the castle, like the castle goes all the way back to, I was reading, ChatGPT gave me a little briefing of the castle, and it goes all the way back to 1,000 years ago, and absolutely this is exactly what they would have had. I think Henry VIII would be impressed.
Absolutely. So where are you based anyway? Where
I live in Lyme Regis in Dorset.
Yeah?
And I've written 3 cookbooks. I wrote the Goat Cookbook, which won James Beard Award, Guild of Food Writers Award, and then I wrote the Big Green Egg Cookbook. So the Big Green Egg, the Kamado ovens. So I wrote that, published in multiple languages and sold billions of copies. And then in April this year, I had my 3rd one published, which was called the DIY Barbecue Cookbook, which is basically about how to build your own barbecues. So if you're not, I call it barbecurious. If you're barbecurious and you're not thinking, I don't want to spend loads of money, what am I going to do? You can actually go to your local DIY store and you can buy a couple of flower pots and make yourself a tandoor, or buy a few breeze blocks and build yourself a grill in the back garden. And that means that you don't have to spend thousands of pounds on a barbecue straight off the bat. You can make something that is your own and unique to you, and something that might fit your own space. Yeah. And then if you end up really liking it, then go and spend your money on the big green eggs of this world.
And I call it sexy dirty cooking.
Sexy dirty cooking.
Because it's just filth, isn't it? It's pure filth. It's brilliant.
Yeah, well, this is, for me, this is just a lovely way to cook, because I don't have any worries about this. I can leave this for 4 or 5 hours. I've got loads of other prep to do because we've got to do all the veg and the sauces for tonight.
So this looks after itself while you're doing.
This will look after itself, and you can see like people are coming down taking photos of it. There's something. It's the thing that Michael Pollan said. Like, no one ever gathers around a microwave, but if you light a fire, people come. And that's what I love about barbecue cooking.
I'm with my little boy Timmy's there, just doing bottle flips and stuff in the corner.
Yeah.
And we were talking about we went to Barmouth last summer. I mean, we had a fire pit. And it was one of the best nights we ever had, just staring into the fire pit.
People come. Like, there's something primal in us. We see, like, there's something about the security of the fire and the flame and the groups of people. Like, I think the conviviality of cooking over fire.
Even in 28 degree heat.
Even in 28 degree heat. Like, you can't pick and choose. And you know what? I cook enough in January, February with an umbrella and a head torch. Like, I'm not going to complain about this. This is lovely.
You've got a question for everybody today, haven't you? You're asking everyone. So do you want to fire away with your question?
Hit me.
What was your favourite food growing up?
My favourite food growing up? Well, there's 2 answers to this question, because I lived with my mum, obviously, till I was about 16, and then I lived with my sister while I was at college. And my mum was she's a brilliant cook of good British meat and potatoes. And my mum used to do, and she still does, amazing shepherd's pie, amazing roast dinners, amazing roast pork, roast beef, and Yorkshire puddings. But the best thing she does, my mum does the best chocolate cake on the planet.
Chocolate cake? You like chocolate cake, didn't you?
Then I went to live with my sister, who lived all over Europe, and she made a moussaka for me one day that genuinely changed my life. Because it made me think, hang on a minute, there's all this other type of food out there in the world that is all fascinating.
Isn't that amazing though, when you can do that? You can take food from a different culture and it suddenly becomes part of your palate.
Honestly, light bulb went off in my head and I was like, I want to learn, I want to know everything there is to know about food and I want to learn it now.
One of the best things my wife will do in the morning is make me she's South American, so she'll make an arepa.
Yeah,
cheese.
Nice.
Amazing. And I'm like, yeah, who needs crumpets? We got
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what are those ones that are in Encanto? I made them for my kids and they're like a corn. It's like a
corn-based flour.
Yeah, and you make a dough and then you fry them, and they've got loads of cheese in them.
That's arepas, yeah.
Really, I just love them. I absolutely love them. I only made them because my daughter had watched Encanto and said, "I want them."
You love Encanto, yeah.
So where's she from? Your wife?
Colombia.
Right. Okay. So it was exactly that.
Yeah,
so it is the same thing. Yeah.
I don't like Encanto.
We love Encanto.
The thing that I want to cook.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I do.
Yeah.
The thing I want to cook, the South American dish that I want to cook, is the one where they dig the hole and heat the stones, then they put the pork in, then they put the stones in, then they put the shellfish in, then they put the pork in and the stones, and they cover the whole thing with hessian.
Is it lechona?
I can't remember.
Because I've had lechona before. It's a bit like a luau, but they stuff the pig full of rice and beans and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
And then they cook the pig, and then they break into it, and it's
yeah. So and the other one I want to cook is budog, which is Mongolian, where you catch a goat, cut its head off, you bone it out whole, take the skeleton out, heat hot rocks, put the hot rocks in the goat, fill it up with water, and it boils from the inside, and then you burn all the skin off, and then you cut it open and eat the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, called budog. Amazing. I don't think it would go down well at Ludlow.
I think it probably look. I think it probably look and taste better than what it actually sounds. You know, we just pull the skeleton out of this.
But that's because they don't have ovens, right? Because they're nomadic people, so they have to be able to cook stuff from hanging in trees, which is like the same in South America. If you don't have like the European tradition of indoor ovens, you've got to learn how to cook in the ground.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. Well, it's been wonderful to speak to you
and
today.
And you, mate. Thanks for stopping.
How can people follow you on social media and stuff? Where are you?
James Whetlor is my handle. James Whetlor. Loads of pictures of barbecue.
Brilliant. Can we? We'll do it while we're recording. Can we get a selfie?
Sure.
So we're still recording.
Sure.
I'll just cut that bit out. But the festival today.
Yes.
Are you enjoying it? I mean, what are you doing today?
It's my 5th year, and James gets me to come every year, and I love it. The fire stage is brilliant. It's a great way. As you can see, there are people coming up and tasting the stuff that was made in the last demo. Just like you, just wandered up, saw that was cooking, come and ask loads of questions. Like, it's really convivial. Obviously, it's a beautiful day for it, so it's really busy. And then tonight, as I said, we closed the castle off. People come in and we cook dinner for 80, and it's really special. I mean,
wish I could be here.
What a place to, from a cook's point of view. Like, I spent 10 years in Soho basements cooking in like what was like a submarine. For me to be able to come out and cook in the courtyard of an ancient castle is, it's a real privilege.
We just finished watching The Bear, and it's a great TV show about a chef, and it's like it takes all the glamour out of chefing, but also adds it back in, because there's that kind of thing that you're going for, but it's a lot of work to get there. Do you know what I mean?
But I bet they don't. I've not seen The Bear, but I'm pretty sure that they don't have loads of footage of him doing the stock take on a Monday morning, or peeling onions like at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. It's all the like, I miss cooking in restaurants.
Not so glamorous stuff. Yeah.
And the bit that I miss is the bit that you see, like when the checks are coming through and you're really busy and it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night and you look out into the restaurant and there's loads of people enjoying themselves and you've contributed to that and your team is all firing and everything's like, I miss that so much. I love the service aspect. Yeah. The reason I don't cook anymore is stock takes, peeling onions,
business stuff.
Just all the bits you
Company's
don't see.
Company's house.
All the bits you don't see in the glamorous portrayal of people in kitchens.
Yeah. Well, I think it all goes part and parcel of it, and this is the most important thing, isn't it? Making sexy, tasty, brilliant food.
This is great fun.
Brilliant. Thanks for chatting to me today.
And you, mate. All the best.
Cheers.
Have a good day.
Cheers.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. I hit record just because I thought it would be really funny to talk to you while you're like recovering after that, because
I'm melting. Is this your little man?
This is Timmy.
Hello.
Yeah. I was saying to Marcus Commander House, and he was like, "Did he?"
I did. You weren't there.
Were you not there? Were you at Taekwondo or something? Probably.
I think you were at school. I think it was midday, wasn't it? Yeah.
He's helping me out today, and he does have a question for you later on in the interview. But how was that? You were at Ludlow Food Festival today? Demonstration?
Yeah. Yes, so I'm at Ludlow, just demoed at 11:30, so first one on the fire pit stage today. It was great. I mean, fully booked, packed out. loads of people just melting next to a fire on a 30-degree heat day. I don't know what it's, but yeah, it's good. And I wasn't cooking meat, actually. I didn't cook any meat, which was quite nice, because I always think, traditionally people always think, and I'm standing next to a pit of meat being cooked for a dinner tonight, but I always think a lot of people sort of relate meat to barbecues, and actually you can cook over so many different things.
Somebody just cooked me a peach.
That was Caradoc Charcoal over there, doing peaches on there. But yeah, the fire pits are great. So we use Cadai fire pits, which obviously are in Shropshire, in the Botwood, and then Caradoc are actually literally opposite Cadai, using the British lumpwood charcoal. So I cooked 3 dishes. We did a lovely orzo dish with mushroom, onion, garlic. Cooked that down with some stock, and then finished with some spring onions and some pickled beetroot. And then we did a lovely custard, smoked custard. So you put charcoal in the cream, make a custard, and then did roasted figs from our tree at home, damsons, made a damson puree and did that, and then homemade gnocchi, like all on the fire, and all 3 dishes, 30 minutes, happy days.
Some people do some amazing things with fire, and I think you cooked that on fire, like you know.
Well, I remember doing one of my first ever fire demos, probably about maybe sort of like 7 or 8 years ago, and they were like, oh yeah, and again, everybody was cooking sort of a bit of meat on it, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to do something different. So I cooked a chocolate fondant on a fire pit, and they were like, how on earth do you cook a chocolate fondant? And I got it so it was super soft, turn it out, and inside still gooey. It's just about controlling temperatures and where you put it, and how you create that oven space. So you put a cloche on the top, and so it's just being a bit clever, but having a bit of a thought process to it.
When you come to a demo like this, are you practicing what you're doing the day before? You just come in and just knock it out the park?
No, literally. I mean, like most people, yes. Most chefs will do that. Me, unfortunately, no. I literally planned this morning. I had an idea.
Marcus Bean, bitch. I can do it.
I literally turned up. Here's some ingredients. They're like, so Chris is like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I have no idea, but I will knock something together. So I have an idea in my head of what I'm going to do, but I don't. It's not finalised, if that makes sense. And actually, it gives me a bit of freedom to change, and if something goes wrong or something doesn't cook at the same rate, I can then adapt it. So that works really well for me.
Brilliant. Well, it's nice to see you.
Awesome.
And you've got a question we're asking everyone today, so this is a good one for Marcus, because I'm pretty sure I've heard this before on the show, but it's your question. You go away, man.
What was your favourite food growing up?
Ooh,
nostalgia.
That's an interesting one, really, because I was quite lucky because I grew up in a pub, and do you know what I used to get every day when I grew up? I got given a menu by my mum. So like, imagine if you go out for dinner, and they get a menu in front of you. I had that every day from the age of 5 years old till I was 16. So I used to get a choice of pretty much whatever I want. Do you know what my favourite thing was, though, that I used to have? Could you guess?
No.
Steak and chips.
I knew that was coming.
Steak and chips, because it was easy for my mum to cook. So she'd go, what steak do you want? Do you want a sirloin, a rump, a ribeye, whatever it was? In fact, ribeye wasn't really that popular at the time. It was fillet, sirloin and rump. And I used to have like a sirloin steak, and I'd have it with some chips, and she'd do me a few little veggies, and I'd have a bit of tomato sauce, and that was most of my dinner growing up.
So you said chicken nuggets, pasta, but you do like steak, don't you?
And that's what.
And also bacon.
And bacon is the best. Bacon is the best, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
good question.
I know you've got a few people want to get pictures with you and stuff,
no
but
worries.
it's really great seeing you, my man, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
I will.
Right, so we've exhausted the Inner Bailey today. We've got some really good interviews with Caradoc Charcoal, with Risdon and Risdon, and a couple of chefs that are doing the demos as well. I think we're going to go speak to a few of the exhibitors now, so we're going to go out of the Inner Bailey and find Lou, who's been helping us an awful lot. Right, let's see who's hanging about. So let's find some interviews. Anybody want to speak to me? You want to speak to me? You come say hello? Hello? I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. We're just walking around today speaking to people. Where are you guys from? Are you from local?
So we're living in Kenilworth.
Oh, okay.
Bit of a drive.
Where are you guys from normally?
I'm from Aberdeen originally.
Yeah?
I'm from Solihull.
Wonderful. And what are you finding about the festival? Is it good? Enjoyed it?
It's great. I mean, it's hot.
Very hot.
It's like, find some shade where you can. This one's nearly 2. She's enjoyed exploring the castle.
You've been to the castle? Yeah, getting a nod. Yeah. This one as well. I'm trying to do interviews TV chefs and stuff, and he's like, let's go look in the castle, and we're getting dragged away. But
one of the best parts is there's a bar in one of the turrets. That's my favourite part anyway.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's inside past where the fire pits
circular
are.
chapel thing.
Is it the rum shack?
No, it's inside one of the turrets inside the castle, and it's all nice and cool, and beer and shade. It's perfect.
See, I'm driving. I've got to stay away from the rum today, otherwise normally my wife's here. But so as far as food is concerned, has anything caught your eye? Have you tried anything?
We had one of the burgers, Beefy Boys. That was awesome.
Beefy Boys are great.
Yeah.
Also, the jerk chicken next door was really good. Had that yesterday.
Wonderful.
And this one's in need of a pastry, so we're going to go hunting for something wrapped in pastry.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for chatting to me today. So, as Lou just said, I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Rupert Bennett, and I'm from Bennet Dunne. We produce cold pressed rapeseed oil here in sunny, hot 28 degrees Shropshire. I believe actually we're the only producers in Shropshire.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, because rapeseed is the bright yellow the flowers,
that's it,
right?
That's it. Yeah, in early May, when you see all those wonderful yellow fields, that's rapeseed.
Wow. And how long have you been doing this for?
We are now 9 years old.
9 years old, so you've been doing this nearly a decade.
Yeah.
And what's different now between when you first started? What have you changed? What have you learned? As a journey, what's it been like for you?
What have I learned? That I'm never going to be a millionaire from doing the job that I do. What I have learned is that it is incredibly enjoyable to be out meeting the public and to have a huge amount of pride in what I do and what I produce.
Festivals like this are great advocates for locally produced food and products. What does it mean to you to be at an event like this?
Well, I get to meet my customers.
Yes, face to face.
Generally every day we supply restaurants and shops, and of course I get to meet the chefs, but when we're in the shops we don't actually get to meet the end customers. Yeah. We don't get that feedback from people, good or bad, because we need that feedback to constantly improve. So when we come to a festival like this, we see old customers, returning customers. I've met people here today that bought off me the first time I came to Ludlow. Wow. Which is wonderful, but we got lots of new customers here. We've got new products, so we're constantly getting that sort of a feedback, and it's very important to us as a little business. There's only two of us, it's my wife and I. Wow. And to really, so we can constantly innovate, improve, and constantly be proud, as I said earlier, of what we do.
And you've gathered quite a crowd. There's a huge crowd outside your store right now. It's amazing to see. Yeah. That's really great feedback. And you know, when it comes to festivals, there are TV chefs walking about. There are people with big brands attached to them. Yeah. They come and use your product. That's a great exposure for you, isn't it?
Well, absolutely it is. It's a testament to the quality of what we do.
Yeah.
And that's what drives us. It has to be a quality product every time that it goes out through the door. Lots of businesses have stock rooms, okay, and they produce lots and lots of stock, and then they send out from their stock room and that sort of thing. We don't do that. Bennet Dunne doesn't have a stock room. We're probably one of the only companies in the country that actually make fresh to order, whether it be a chef, whether it be a shop, whether it be an internet sale, and that's when it goes out the door. So our customers get it at its absolute freshest and best, and nobody else does that.
That's amazing. You're quite the salesman. I love this.
I love what I do.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice. Have you got a question?
Yes, actually. What was your favourite food growing up?
My favourite food growing up?
We've had some real good
ones. Okay. My parents, they're not with us now, unfortunately, but I'm one of 5 children. And my grandfather lived with us, and my dad was in business, so would always invite business people for the weekend and for Sunday lunch. So Sunday lunch was the highlight. My mother would carve the chicken. My father would carve the pork, roast potatoes, bread sauce. Shout out for anybody that loves bread sauce, because it's absolutely amazing. And all those vegetables and simple, wonderful, good for your food.
Yeah, and that's nice. It's like, that's proper. Drop the bottle on the floor. Just give my kid a drink while I do. And that's what home foods, that's what makes you feel warm. When you think about those things, we've been talking about Polonaise. Marcus Bean was like, well, my mum had a pub, so she handed me a menu and I ate steak every day.
Look, as a society, we are a little lazy in cooking and what we buy. We buy too many processed foods, and that's a major problem. If I can just impress upon everybody, the more you cook from fresh every day, the better you are going to feel, the healthier you are going to be, and generally you're going to be supporting British producers as well, which is great. Let's have the money back into the UK, not let it go anywhere else.
Wonderful. It's been great speaking to you today. I love when you speak to someone who's got a passion about what they do, and you can feel that from just speaking to you. If anybody's listening to this and wants to buy a product off you or learn about what you do, where can they find you?
They can quite simply drop us an email at Rupert@Bennet Dunne, and I will do my very, very best to answer any questions. We have a website and they can go there. There's a story, and we will do our very best to help people.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you do really well today. Thank you. One and go.
So, hi, I'm Mini-Biscuit.
Mini-Biscuit.
I've got a question for you.
Okay, what's the question? Mini-Biscuit, was it?
Mini-Biscuit.
That's a good name, that is. It's better than Gary, which is my name.
What's your favourite food growing up?
My favourite?
Food growing up.
My favourite food growing up? It's got to be sweets, hasn't it? Sweets. Can I have another one? Biscuits, ice cream.
Yeah, we've had
everything we kids and adults like, really, I suppose.
And you're from Ludlow Brewing?
Yeah, Ludlow Brewery, yeah.
How long have you guys been brewing for?
I believe the daughter's age, I should remember that. Yeah, we're 17. Brewing 17 years. Yeah.
And as a journey, how's that been for you? Has it been a roller coaster? Has it been plain sailing? I mean, has there been drama? What's it been like for you?
Yeah, just incredibly hard work, to be honest. Brewing is pretty labour intensive, and it never stops. It's like 24 hours a day. I almost feel like a farmer. Almost, it's like farming. It's
a bit like Breaking Bad, isn't it? As well.
Yeah.
You can't. The pHs have got to be right, and the process has got to be right. Otherwise, you ruin a batch, and that costs you money.
Yeah.
I mean, does that happen a lot? I mean, and obviously you got experience, but does that ever happen? And
very rare, especially these days. We've got a great brewing team. We put a lot more science into it now. But when I started brewing, it was just more about just relying on my taste buds, really, which I think works 95% of the time.
Well, judging for the crowd you've got outside your bar here, I'm pretty sure your taste buds are doing a great job here.
No. Oh, it's just such a good vibe here. Yeah. At the moment, anyway. It's very hot.
How far and wide does Ludlow Brewing push out to? Do you cover the UK?
No, we don't go far. We're probably a 50-mile radius, roughly. Occasionally it gets a little bit out of that, but we're just passionate about local beer. I want to drink Ludlow beer in Shropshire or Herefordshire.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down Cornwall and drink Ludlow beer. I want to go to Cornwall and drink Cornish beers.
So if you want a Ludlow beer, you have to come up into Shropshire. That's great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And I recommend it. I'm standing here. I'm driving, so I can't even drink today. So I'm standing
that's
here.
So good. We got a big selection.
And that smell, the beer. I'm like, oh my god. Usually my wife comes and helps me, but she's stayed at home today, so I'll behave.
Yeah.
I'll behave.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be at a festival like this for you?
Well, we're just so lucky it's on our doorstep. It's great to bring people to the town, because I think the town is absolutely beautiful. Even though I live here every day, I don't get bored of living here. It's fantastic place to live, really.
So we're in Shrewsbury. We're lucky enough to be in a big town.
Yeah, I like Shrewsbury.
Yeah,
it's a good beer town now, Shrewsbury.
It's really wonderful.
Yeah.
And Ludlow's like not even a quarter the size. It's tiny, isn't it, Ludlow? But to see, when we got off the bus today, because we used the park and ride.
Yeah, good stuff.
We used the park and ride today, and we come off into town, and like people just wandering around like, loving what they're seeing and loving being in this town, and that's really nice to see. It really is. You know, so.
It'd be nice if it was like this every weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we'd cope with it, but.
And where can people find you? Have you got a social media presence? Got a website?
We're on Facebook, Instagram. I'm not very good on the social media myself, but
look for Ludlow Brewing Co.
Look for Ludlow Brewing, and come down there. We're situated in a fantastic railway old goods shed. We've got the bar down in there, and the brewing equipment's actually in the bar.
Nice.
And always got a real nice atmosphere, nice clientele.
And if people wanted to buy beer from you, to buy bottles and whatever, can they do that online?
We got a small online presence. We're not the best marketing people in the world, but we're working on it slowly.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today.
Okay,
and thank you for supporting such a great event as well. It's brilliant. The atmosphere here is wonderful. It really is.
Good. Great stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Right, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi, Alex.
Would you like to introduce yourself to me?
I will. I'm Katie Johnson, who's from What's Cooking. We're a company just from Ludlow, just up the road, and we look after the Outer Bailey stage, demonstration stage, and the Castle Garden stage. So we run the chefs and whatever. So hence the bags and the worry and the stress and all that.
I've met Chris Burt. He does something very similar, and he's just as I get it.
And bless him, he's bald. So I mean, that's how stressful it is.
Yeah, poor guy. But it's an also very interesting thing to do because it's never the same, right?
No, every day. And we're so lucky in this part of the world, Alex. Certainly in Shropshire, we have the most incredible chefs, be it the south of the county, the north of the county. We just had Stuart Collins, so I've probably spoken to him on the Biscuit podcast from Whitchurch. And then who else we had from Shropshire, which all becomes a blur afterwards. But no, we've got a Worcestershire lass up next who's doing well in London. It's amazing,
And that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, as soon as I walked in here, the first person I saw was Martin Wood, sat there, our own town crier from Shrewsbury.
He's tall, isn't he?
7 foot tall. And I was like, he's literally the first person I've seen. And then I've seen Watkins cider.
Yeah.
And I've seen people. I saw. There's so many people I've seen that champions of locally produced food in Shropshire, and that must be nice to see.
It is. Dennis with his beard. I mean, gosh, how long has he grown that beard for? I think he was born with that beard, personally.
Yeah.
Every row you go down on the stalls, you will see somebody that cares about what they produce, and it shows. For instance, Shropshire Salumi. Let's talk Shropshire. Will with charcuterie is second to none. Absolutely stunning. So
amazing. And we've just been speaking to Risdon and Risdon as well. Those
aprons. They're all
bougie,
our chefs,
aren't they? They're very bougie.
They're beautiful. And also Bennet Dunne. They're in Shropshire with the rapeseed oil.
We just spoke to them. Yeah, wonderful. What's it like to host this? I mean, do you have any mess ups? It's not live in front of people. Do you have any accidents that are really funny to? I always talk about this Marcus Bean. I was like, how many times have you messed up live in front of TV, and how do you cope with that? I mean, because this must be quite a lot of pressure for.
Do you know? You would think so, but the crowd at Ludlow. I say this every time if anybody asks me. The Ludlow Food Festival atmosphere is like no other. The audiences are like no other. Do you know, if there's something that you mess up, we'll have a laugh. That's what it's all about. It's not stuffy at all.
No.
I think the biggest laugh this time is because it's so hot that the old bird here has had to have a fan because it's hot and also menopausal. It's not the good combination. So no, they laugh with you, they smile with you. So no. But having said that, what happened now? I'll stop doing this and I'll go and hurt myself, which I hope not.
Don't go and hurt yourself. That's terrible. How much preparation goes into what dishes? Who cooks what dish?
Well, it's up to the chefs.
Come in and they say.
I just purely compare for them. We've got a team on the camera and behind the stage. The chefs do what they would like to do, and it's local seasonal most of the time. And no, it's free reign to them. Plus the fact, if they wake up in the morning and they haven't got a certain something in the fridge that they've said they're doing, then the whole thing is, it's like us at home. You open the fridge, what have I got to do? So as long as it's local seasonal, it's a free reign.
Yeah, so if you've got a sweet potato and a fruit shoot in the fridge, what are you going to do with that?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's like. But we're very spoiled in this county, like we said. And this event, this venue, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Just to be out here, to see all these people. And it's rammed as well. There's so many people here.
Do you know this is the UK's first ever food festival?
Is it really?
Yeah, and next year celebrates 30 years.
30 years, I've heard about this,
It's going to be a bit. If you think this is good, promise you next year we're going to pull out all the stops.
Well, maybe we can bring a studio next year. Yeah? There we got a thumbs up there. We'll bring us for the 30th year. We'll set up a studio here. Can you just dial it down with the weather next year, please? Just a little bit, please.
It's normally raining, lad. I mean, this is, let's go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, we can't be ungrateful, can we? Where can people follow you and what you do? Because I think what you do is amazing.
Oh, bless you. It's What's Cooking, but we're awkward. We don't spell it as you'd think. It's WOTS.
Yes.
We are Shropshire.
Yes.
We're just outside, as I said. What's Cooking? And then we're on social media, so Instagram and Facebook. It would be lovely if people get involved. And we travel all over the country as well. So
I'd love to invite you on the biscuit sometime as a proper sit down.
That'd be really
We'll bring
nice.
cake and coffee and stuff.
Oh, it's compulsory, Alex, okay?
Cake. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cheers. But I'm just going to hit record and we're going to go for it. Let's go speak to some people. Huh?
If I pass out, then don't worry.
You're not going to pass out. It's warm, but it's not that warm. Let's get some interviews. Anybody want to speak to me? Would you like to speak to me? Would you like to say hello? The Shrewsbury Biscuit. Are you guys together? Yeah? Am I right to speak to these? So I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourselves? What's your name?
Darcy?
Darcy?
Erin.
And?
Holly.
And Holly. I'm just grabbing people today. Have you just come here or have you been here for a while? You've been here for a couple of hours. And what do you think so far? Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
What's the best thing you've seen so far?
When we were making pasta bowls.
You were making pasta balls. Did you make it really tasty?
Yeah.
What about you? Did you make one?
Yeah, but I think the best thing we saw is like a big fat bird.
So a big fat bird?
Yeah, it flew out this thing and we screamed.
That's really funny. What about yourself? What have you enjoyed?
The gin.
The gin. See, I'm being a good boy today. I'm been interviewing people from bars and it smells amazing. I'm like, I could have a real cold pint now, but I can't. I'm driving. See what I mean? Have you tried any new food today?
I tried some red cabbage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that? Was it as bad as you think it was going to be? Was it good?
It was kind of disgusting.
Yeah. What about you? Have you tried anything new?
The red cabbage.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Sweet though.
A bit sweet, yeah. I like red cabbage at Christmas. It's like one of those things you have, isn't it? You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you for chatting to me. This is for the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Okay.
We'll carry on walking around. Thank you for chatting to me. Thank you, cheers. Right, so we're going to get one more, okay? One more interview, and then I think this show is over. So I'm just going to point my microphone at people. I quite like this though. It's quite fun, isn't it? Just stopping people. What are these folks? Do you guys fancy doing an interview for the Shrewsbury Biscuit?
She can.
Yeah, I love that. Just throw her under the bus like that.
Joining with me.
Okay, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Sally.
My name's Adam.
Adam and Sally. Hello. Have you just got out? How long have you been here today?
We arrived last night camping.
Oh, right, okay.
And we came here about 2 hours ago, went down to the river with the dogs, and then we've just come in now, so we're just enjoying looking at the stalls.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Straight to the cider tent.
See, I've got to be good. So you guys are camping, right? So it's easy for you guys, just roll to your tent.
Easy, yep.
So you've only been here a couple of hours. Have you tried any new foods today? Is there anything
Not
that's
yet. We're just trying to scope out what to have, decide.
Have you been inside the Inner Bailey yet?
Not yet.
They've got like TV chefs in there. They've got Marcus Bean and yeah, they've got the stuff going on in there. So I'll take a look in there. There's a fire stage. They're cooking things with fire.
Oh wow, we'll definitely go and have a look in there then.
Sounds good.
Brilliant. Okay, well.
The girls are enjoying the samples.
The what?
The samples.
Oh, the samples. I thought you said sun pools. So they've got pools here. Where's that?
We wish. It's very hot.
It is really hot. Well, listen, thank you so much for chatting to me today.
Thank you.
Hope you have a great day.
Thank you, and you. Bye.
Brilliant. So there we go. What a great collection of conversations. Now, I've been going to events and festivals for years now with the biscuit and other things. One of the things I never take for granted is the quality of conversation that we get from the fine people that we meet at events like this. It's something that I love to do. It's something that I struggled to do at the very beginning. I do remember standing on Pride Hill trying to converse with people as they were trying to do their Christmas shopping. Did not end well, and it took me a long time to get over that. But it's something that once I've learned how to do it, it's like fine wine, because conversation is rich, it's beautiful, and I think it's underestimated because I feel like it is one of those parts of society that glues people together, those conversations. I'm a huge fan of games like Assassin's Creed, and there's a version of that game called Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and you could walk around Victorian London, and it was my first time playing a game with these big beefy headphones called Turtle Beaches. I still use them today. And you can walk around, you could listen to the conversations of these Victorian people as they walk past you, and they'd be saying horrible things about you as you're walking past. Oh, he smells funny, doesn't he? You know, that's something about that ambience that really I love. I really do. It's just a strange thing, but conversation's great, and I'm grateful to ever being invited to events like this to be able to share my conversations with you guys. Don't forget, guys, we've got a couple more episodes, couple episodes and a half, then we're going to take a break. But please pay attention to our social media for any news that's coming up with the Shrewsbury Biscuit. And that's news about the new website. It's going to, the new website is going to be great. It's not going to be like the old one. We're going to offer you lots of cool and exciting ways to listen to the show and to stay in touch with the show. So for now, if you're not following us already, please give us a follow on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, or X as it's called now, and Threads. We're also on TikTok too. So give us a follow on whatever social media you prefer, just to stay in touch with what's happening at the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Well, I'm going to leave you guys now. I want to thank you so much for choosing the Shrewsbury Biscuit today, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.